G'day, Professor Joseph Drew. As some of you know, I'm recently retired. I've learnt some really important lessons already in this process. And in this video, I'll go through the top three. First of all, your workplace won't miss you. The day after you've gone, they've forgotten about you. Sorry, I had to clean out my desk. I think it was a week later, and people could barely say hello to me, people who had been all over me previously. And I was just a nuisance. And the quicker I got out there, the happier everyone would be. Senior management will always send you an email or phone you and wish you all the best and tell you how sad they are to see you go and how you can contact them anytime, but they don't mean any of that. That's just a little script they read out. Don't deceive yourself. You won't be missed. No one will care. And a lot of your old colleagues who you may have thought were your friends will suddenly desert you. As soon as you're no use to people, and this is the problem in the utilitarian, imperfect friendship society that we've created for ourselves, that once you're no use to people, they're not interested in being your friend anymore. So this happened as a surprise in one case. One case I knew it was going to happen. I wasn't even slightly surprised, I had my eyes open. But in another case, a colleague who I'd been quite good friends with has just dropped me. Clearly, I'm no use to him anymore, so I'm no longer relevant. People aren't nice anymore. It's just the world we live in. There's no point pretending that any of these things are going to be different. Your workplace will not miss you, and most of your colleagues will drop you cold. Some of them will have the good grace to keep in contact for a week or two. A couple of months down the track, it'll be like you never existed. Following retirement, I was surprised at how much people wanted a slice of the money they thought I would have and a slice of my time. Um, they all came out the woodwork. Your super fund, financial planners, accountants, lots of people will want your money. The tax man, he'll want an extra hit. Um, it's just too much temptation for these people to resist, apparently. They see that pot of money, they don't think about the fact that you've got to live off it for the next 18 years or so. I hope to get to 70. They just want their cut and they don't really give a stuff about you. Have your eyes open to it. They will come out the woodwork and they will want a slice of your money. The tax man, you won't have any say in that one. He'll be taking a fair chunk, don't you worry. And your time. Too many people think that now I'm retired, I've got nothing to do all day. I've still got lots of work to do, important work for communities. Some of it is paid. I've agreed to some unpaid stuff, but you need to be incredibly careful. I don't want to be one of these selfish retirees where it's all about my happiness and my travel and me spending money. I never want to go there. I think that's terrible. I agree with St. Paul. If you're not working, you don't deserve to eat. But by the same token, I can't be working for free for people and I can't be doing more work than what I used to do when I was employed and paid full time. So I need to learn very shortly to say no. I've already said yes to too many people, and that's a skill you'll have to develop quickly to say no and to realize that if you give people your time for free, this is a lesson that I should have known as an economist and professor of economics. If you give people something for free, they'll value it for what they paid for it. Zip. The next thing you'll realize is that you'll replace the stress of a workplace, the stress of unreasonable, chaotic bosses and unreasonable demands and silly procedures that achieve nothing and time wasting meetings that never get to any result. You'll replace all of that stress with fear about the future. Now you have a bucket of money, but it's got to last a long time. If you're a prudent person, I guess if I was an imprudent person like some, I'd spend quite happily for the next 5 or 6 years and then go on pensions and social security and things like that. I personally am trying to be a virtuous person. I can't conduct myself like that. So if you're going to be self-funded, it means you're going to have to be very, very tight, tighter than what you were previously about your spending. And it also means that some nights you're going to struggle to get to sleep because of all the fears about the what ifs. Now, lots of people throughout history have had a lot of advice on that, but I think the best advice on that topic came from Yeshua ben Yosef, who said, "Do not fear about tomorrow. Do not trouble and worry about tomorrow. Today has enough troubles and worries all of itself. And I think that's the thing you probably should be mindful of. All you can do is do your best today, make prudent decisions today, and trust in providence that your prudent behavior is going to get you through in the end. Look, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give me a hand, flick it on to someone, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe. Thank you very much for your time. Goodbye.